They ask Alcaraz when he'll get a girlfriend, and his honest answer goes viral. After winning the second round of the Australian Open, the Spaniard responded to these fun questions. Following an overwhelming victory by Alcaraz in the second round of the Australian Open, the Spaniard continues to move forward confidently, convinced that this could finally be the year he takes home the only Grand Slam missing from his collection, the Australian Open. In his latest match, Alcaraz didn't miss the opportunity to shine, decisively defeating Japan's Yoshihito Nishioka 6-0, 6-1, and 6-4, with a first set that became his fastest victory ever in a Grand Slam. The Murcia native showcased an exceptional level of play, with an unstoppable serve that allowed him to rack up 16 aces and 36 winners, as well as an impressive steadiness from the baseline. The tennis player expressed his satisfaction with his performance and highlighted the hard work put in during the preseason. "I'm very happy with my serve today, I worked on it a lot during the preseason." While the tennis world closely follows his progress in Melbourne, Eurosport published a fun Q&A, featuring answers to some questions submitted by fans, where he momentarily stepped away from his professional persona to give more personal insights. Among the questions asked, some of the most intriguing ones were about his favorite foods, his relationship with animals, and his goals for the season. Alcaraz, who is known for his charm and connection with fans, responded with his trademark naturalness. When asked about his favorite dish, the tennis player didn't hesitate: macaroni with tomato sauce and meat. He also revealed his admiration for kangaroos, noting that he identifies with them for their energy and activity. The question that caused the biggest stir, however, was about his love life. "Will you get a girlfriend this year?" someone asked. Alcaraz, always honest, replied without hesitation, "Ha, well, I don't know." The answer, while simple, went viral, sparking a wave of reactions on social media. While some fans quickly volunteered to be Alcaraz's future partner, others criticized the question, calling it unnecessary and an invasion of the tennis star's privacy. Seriously? One of the questions is if he'll get a girlfriend? Isn't it enough to scrutinize his tennis performance? Now you have to go beyond that? "If I were Alcaraz, my response would definitely be more controversial," commented one user on X, formerly Twitter. Others, however, were surprised by the honesty of the Spaniard's reply, calling it very genuine. Carlos Alcaraz had no doubts when asked by ESPN about the most valuable lesson he learned from Rafael Nadal to strengthen his mental game. "He's the best when it comes to the mental aspect." The Murcia native acknowledged that playing doubles with the tennis legend taught him valuable strategies to overcome psychological weakness during matches. The young Spaniard shared a funny anecdote from a doubles match with Rafael Nadal. "We were down 4-5, and our opponents were serving to close the match. Rafa told me we needed to run out ahead of them to intimidate them and make them scared," Alcaraz recounted, laughing. "It was the first game where we had break points," he added. Carlos Alcaraz's new rival emerges. The Spanish tennis star recognizes Fonseca's talent and admits he will be one of his toughest rivals soon. Carlos Alcaraz has started the Australian Open strongly, securing 2 major victories in his opening matches. On Wednesday, he dominated Yoshihito Nishioka with a score of 6-0, 6-1, and 6-4 to keep advancing in the tournament, which marks the first Grand Slam of the year. The Murcia native is one of the top favorites to claim this title, though during the competition, he's noticed a new threat emerging on the court. That threat is João Fonseca, who has made waves in Melbourne by defeating a top 10 player in his Grand Slam debut. The Brazilian eliminated Andrei Rublev in a highly demanding match, triumphing 6-7, 3-6, and 6-7, solidifying his status as tennis's next big thing. Alcaraz confirmed this, saying Fonseca will soon be a prominent player in the ATP rankings. Carlos Alcaraz on Fonseca, a real threat. After finishing his match, it was impossible not to ask the Spanish star about Fonseca and his remarkable debut performance, which has amazed tennis fans. Alcaraz confirmed the general sentiment that the young Brazilian is a potential ATP leader in the coming years. "I saw a bit, yes. I couldn't watch the whole match, but I saw the beginning and the end. What can I say? Simply incredible," Alcaraz acknowledged. The way he played in his first Grand Slam match against a top 10 player was impressive. The way he approached the match, managed everything, and controlled his nerves was fantastic, the Spaniard added. However, he also acknowledged that Fonseca is already a real threat. "He's someone I definitely need to watch out for. I have to keep an eye on him. It's only the start of the year, and he has just one slam victory, but he's going to be there. We'll soon be listing João Fonseca among the best players in the world," said the world number 3, seeing the Brazilian as a clear contender to become one of his main rivals. Carlos Alcaraz confirms his growth in the Australian Open. Carlos Alcaraz, the young Spanish tennis prodigy, continues to prove why he is one of the most promising and prominent names in professional tennis. Currently ranked third in the ATP standings, the Murcia native is focused on reaching the top spot, aiming to secure the number 1 ranking. He believes his performance in the Australian Open, particularly in Melbourne, will be crucial this season. In a recent interview, Alcaraz reflected on his performance in the tournament's first matches and emphasized a technical aspect he considers vital to his progress: ball toss during his serve. The key is the ball toss. In the first match, I struggled to find a good rhythm with the toss, but today, it was very positive. I was able to toss the ball consistently to the same spot without much variation, he explained confidently. This detail, seemingly minor, can make a big difference at his level of play, as a solid serve not only secures direct points but also provides a stable foundation for building the rest of the game. The young player expressed satisfaction with his improvement in this area and emphasized how this progress boosts his confidence for future matches. It was a very positive match, which gives me a lot of confidence for the upcoming matches regarding my serve. Hopefully, I can maintain this and even improve, Alcaraz added. His ambitions don't stop there. He's determined to claim the only Grand Slam missing from his collection. At just 20 years old, he has already demonstrated the talent and mindset to overcome challenges and continue making tennis history. Meanwhile, João, another rising talent, continues climbing the ATP rankings, reflecting the new generation of players redefining the global tennis landscape. Carlos Alcaraz has started the Australian Open on a strong note. This tournament is the Murcia native's primary goal for 2025, as it is the only Grand Slam title he has yet to win. Last season, he dominated the circuit, claiming victories at Roland Garros, Indian Wells, and Wimbledon, making the Australian Open his ultimate challenge. If he manages to lift this trophy this year, and he is one of the main favorites to do so, he will have won all 4 of the most important titles on the tennis calendar at just 21 years old. Additionally, he would take a record away from his idol, Rafael Nadal. However, the world number 3 has grown tired of the constant comparisons to the Mallorcan legend. Carlos Alcaraz, tired of the comparisons to Nadal, the Murcia native, who made his debut at the Australian Open with a victory, created a moment that went viral during a warm-up match before the Australian Open. In his exhibition against Alex de Minaur, Carlitos was seen arranging his water bottles in a particular manner, something Nadal has famously done during his matches, immediately bringing the Mallorcan legend to the minds of spectators. This sparked yet another reason to compare the player from El Palmar to the tennis icon from Monaco, prompting Alcaraz to address the issue. "If they used to call me Mini Rafa, now with this, don't even get me started. That's it for me," Carlos admitted when asked about this gesture. He went on to clarify that he is tired of being compared to Rafa. "It's not a tick as such. I turn the bottles around because of the branding, it's not mine. But what I like is to always have them a bit aligned. Not as much as Rafa, who had to leave them perfectly aligned, but I try to make sure they're not messy," the Murcia native explained. However, as he has acknowledged on other occasions, Alcaraz doesn't want to be the new Nadal. He wants to be a different kind of tennis player who succeeds outside the shadow of Spain's greatest tennis legend. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Here at Tennis Zone, we're dedicated to bringing you the best content for the best audience. We provide in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and comprehensive coverage of everything related to tennis. Join our community and be part of the excitement of the tournaments with us. At Tennis Zone, we strive to deliver high-quality, up-to-date content about players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in the tennis world.